Hello everyone, my name is Tingting. Today I would like to share my research entitled Towards Together or Rivalry, Communicating the Vision of a Shared Future for Mankind through AI-Empowered Olympic Education. This study begins with a simple but persistent question. In today's world, does the Olympic Games still function as a force for human unity, or has it increasingly become a stage for national rivalry? Rather than offering a yes or no answer, this research explores how and why this tension emerges, and more importantly, how it might be ethically mediated in the age of artificial intelligence. At the level of ideas, Olympism emphasizes excellence, respect, and unity. The inclusion of "together" in the Olympic motto makes this aspiration even more explicit. However, when we look at how the Olympic Games are actually organized, a different picture emerges. Athletes compete on the national flags. Medals are counted by country, and the success is publicly framed in national terms. This creates a structural tension. Olympism promotes values that transcend national boundaries, while its institutional logic remains embedded in national-state competition. This tension is not a recent development, nor is it accidental. It is built into the modern Olympic system itself, and it continues to shape how the Games are experienced today. To better understand how this tension operates in practice, my study examines it at three interconnected levels. First, at the institutional level, the national representation system encourages comparison between countries. Winning and losing are rarely understood as individual outcomes. They are interpreted as national achievements or failures. Second, at the psychological level, athletes gradually come to symbolize national identity. For spectators, emotional engagement often stems from appreciation of athletic performance and more from patriotic sentiment. Victory becomes our victory, defeat becomes our disappointment. Third, at the communicative level, media narrative reinforce this dynamic. Medal tables, flag ceremonies, and the national ranking dominate coverage. In digital environment, algorithmic recommendation system further amplify emotional charged competitive narratives. Taken together, these mechanisms do not eliminate the value of unity, but they do marginalize it. The idea of together remains present in discourse, but become less visible in lived experience. At this point, we might ask, why bring artificial intelligence into the discussion at all? This answer is that AI is already deeply involved in how sport is communicated and how values are learned. It shapes what connect is made visible, how stories are told, and how emotions circulate. More importantly, AI is not a neutral tool. Left unguided, it may intensive existing national lists and competitive narratives. But when embedded within ethical and educational frameworks, it may also open new possibilities for mediation. This brings us to critical shift in perspective. This issue is not whether AI participates in Olympic education, but whether it does so within a human-centered value framework. To address this question, the study draws on 4 theoretical perspectives. First, Coubertin understands Olympism as a project of moral formation through sport. Second, Habermas' theory of communicative rationality, which emphasizes dialogue and mutual understanding over domination. Third, Floridi's concept of digital humanism, which argues that technologies are always value-laden and must serve human dignity. And fourth, Anderson's notion of imagined communities, which explains how collective identities are constructed through shared narratives and symbols. Together, these perspectives highlight a key insight. Technologies shape meaning, and identities are produced through mediated practices. Building on this framework, I propose the AI Olympic educational mediation model. This model does not seek to remove competition from sport. Instead, it asks how competition can be reoriented through education and ethical mediation. The model consists of 4 interconnected layers. First, the narrative layer. AI can help reframe sport from winning for the nation toward shared human achievement. Second, the pedagogical layer. Immersive and cross-cultural learning environments allows learners to experience Olympic values rather than merely receive them. Third, the communication layer. Multilingual and bias-aware systems can expand inclusion and reduce the dominance of single national narratives. Fourth, the ethical governance layer. International ethical principles ensure transparency, fairness, and respect for human agency. Together, these layers position AI not as a replacement for human education, but as a value mediator. In the final part of the paper, I make a conceptual distinction. A human community represents a powerful moral idea, but it remains difficult to realize at the institutional and political level. By contrast, a community with a shared future for mankind emphasizes interdependence, shared responsibility, and ethical awareness without requiring political unification. Olympic education plays a crucial role here as a pre-political space. It does not make policy decisions, but it shapes how individuals understand others. It does not resolve conflicts, but it prepares to ground the dialogue. When supported by AI within an ethical framework, this educational function can be significantly strengthened. To conclude, I would like to emphasize 3 points. First, competition itself is not the problem. The problem lies in how competition is framed and understood. Second, artificial intelligence is not a solution in itself. Its impact depends entirely on the values that guide its design and application. Third, the significance of Olympism in the AI era lies not in eliminating difference, but in cultivating the capacity to understand one another through difference. In this sense, AI-empowered Olympic education offers a meaningful path toward a shared future, not through political integration, but through cognitive and moral co-creation. Thank you very much for your attention.